Right. Here we go. And welcome to our nightly mentor slash, we're going to talk about prospecting, our prospecting call. For those that don't know me, my name is Randy Webb. I have been in this industry now for a little bit over 7 years. Me and my wife, we've had a blast doing it. We've become professionals in this field. And we've gained a lot of knowledge in network marketing, folks. Today, I'm strictly focusing on network marketing. And you probably see behind me, Chairman 100, 80-20. I don't know if it's showing up backwards for you guys, but 80-20, we're going to talk about that theory. For those who are familiar with it, it's called the Pareto's theory. And trust me, it's very true. And so we're going to talk about how to prioritize your time with your organization and with your people, but better yet, how you can actually lead by example for your people, okay? So, obviously in network marketing is a very powerful thing, folks. It's something that allowed me and my wife to live full-time for the past 7.5 years now. No boss, no job, so we've been able to invest in a lot of other things, live free. I always say during this quarantine that's happening right now, our life really didn't change, except we can't travel right now. It's the only difference. Other than that, the pay is still the same. We're still able to build our business, create momentum in our team. And I want to leave you guys with this one word. I remember hearing this from stage in London, and it's kept with me the whole time. As a matter of fact, it's put fire on my butt every single time that I wanted growth inside my organization. It was said by Gary McSween. He says, the best momentum is personal momentum. If your team is not growing, you got to look in the mirror. It's you. You got to put the momentum in. And you know what? It aligns with the Pareto's theory that I'm going to talk about. Most of the times we have this false sense of, man, why is my team not growing? I already put in 10 personals, right? I already put in 20 personals. I already put in, 60 personals. So the question is, what is that magical number that you have to put in the system that will make you hit chairman? Okay. And I used to say the magical number is until you hit chairman. Okay. But I want to give you an exact number. If you look in our back office, and we're going to talk about this, I want you to look today under the enrollment leadership board. And when you look at the enrollment leadership board, you realize to even get on that board, and I remember before it was less, but to even get on that board, in a month, you have to have recruited at least 20-something personals, almost 30 personals, to even get on the leadership board. So what it tells me, when you look at everybody on that board, they either are up-and-coming chairman or they're already chairman. Okay, so our chairmen are master recruiters inside this company, and hence that's why they're chairmen. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and write this number. For those who are actually taking notes, write this number at the top of your page. Okay, 100. Okay, 100 is going to be the number that we continually focus on today. 100 personals. Okay, and if you don't have 100 personals, here's the rule: if you don't have 100 personals in your contact manager, I don't want to hear how your team is not growing. Listen, if you don't have 100 personals in your contact manager, I don't want to hear how your team is not growing, right? You don't have a team. We used to always say you don't have a team until you at least have 30 people on your team, first of all, okay? But let's be real. If we're talking about going chairman, folks, one sec. If we're talking about going chairman, you got to have 100 personals. And it doesn't matter the company, folks. Listen, I came over from our previous company where we sold travel. And I remember going to one of our first national events in that company. And they had all the top earners. And this is before I was a top earner, my first event there. And in that company, I was a director. Of course, I aspired to be one of the top earners in that company. And I remember from stage that one of the top earners had everyone stand up. They said, hey, if you have personally sponsored this many customers, stand up. If you sponsor at least 20 customers, stand up. A lot of people stood up, okay? Around the whole stadium. And they said, okay, if you've personally sponsored 30 personals, continually stand up. Some people sat down. Then they went to 50, more people sat down. Then they went to 60, more people sat down. And then they finally got to 100. And then the only people that were standing primarily were those that were in the front row. And then, of course, then you had your superstars who were recruited way more than 100. And that's when I realized in my head that if I was going to succeed in this industry, I was going to recruit my butt off, right? If it's to be, it's up to me, right? Personal momentum is the best momentum. So what any entrepreneur in network marketing understands without whining about it, without saying, oh, this is not happening, they know if it's to be, it's up to me. I'm going to create the momentum. I'm going to pop the ranks. And if you take that ownership, trust me, you will go ham. Right? Today I sat at home. Listen, folks, it's so serious today. I love working out. Today I didn't even work out. But you know what I did do today? I think I put in 3 or 4 personals today. That's what happened. Literally back to back to back. And I'm gonna show you exactly what I did. Back to back to back calls, even calling up people that I knew I had kind of on standby, and I just pushed them in the system, and I'll show you how we can do that. And so if it's to be, it's up to you, period. And if you have that perspective, you're already a chairman. You're going to be a chairman. Okay, we just got to get the numbers to change in your back office, and to change the number, we have to have intensified, focused effort. There's going to have to be a season, okay, a focused, intensified season. I'm talking about 90 days, hardcore run, barely no sleep, contacting 10 to 100 people a day until you're tired, till your fingers hurt, till you can't look at your computer no more, right? And you're getting signups in the system. That's the type of intensified focus I'm talking about. And so if you're on here and you're like, I can do that, I want you to stay on the call. If you know that ain't me, trust me, this is not a call you're going to want to be on. I might even hurt your feelings on here, because I want to get to the point of who wants to become a chairman for real. And how do I know, like, it's not everybody? The truth is, it's not everybody. Okay, we're going to talk about the Pareto's theory. And if you want to write this down, the Pareto's theories, Pareto theory, okay? It's the 80-20 rule. And if you look at anything pertaining to numbers, this rule is very valid. I don't know why, but it's his theory and it's what he's found. Okay, and so what he realized when we're focusing on things, he says that, in business or in network marketing, for example, 80% of the people in your business right now only account for 20% of the work on your team. So if we're talking about the business growing, 80% of your people only account for 20% of the work. And so that's to say that 20% of the people account for 80% of the work. So what does this theory mean? What am I talking about right now? That means that you're going to have to prioritize your time, or you're going to allow 80% of people to waste your time. Okay? Now, this is why I have systems in place. Okay, now I don't mean that the 80% of people who are producing the 20% are not important. They're very important. Most of them are our customer base. Okay, so yes, we have to make sure that we plug our customers in, but let's be clear, customers don't grow your business. You can build through a customer, you can waive a customer's fees, but customers do not build your business. So if you're focused on customers, which I do see some people focus on customers, customers don't build your business. You're focused on the wrong thing. Reps build your business. Franchise owners build your business. So you need to take 80% of your time and focus on that 20% of people. Focus on those leaders. Now, we can break this down even further, right? There's a 90-10 rule, okay? And really, I'll tell you, because I get to see the numbers, 12% of my organization right now are IBOs. 88% are all is customer only, okay? So with that being said, what do we do? So how do we focus? Well, what I see the mistake that most people are making, they're focused on their customers. And when you focus on your customers are not going to build your business. And you're like, man, why is my business not growing? It's not growing fast enough, because you're focused on the wrong thing. The reason we have a system in place, I'll tell you, we can make it better and better and better. My goal is every time that I get someone started, okay, minimal conversation, give them enough so they can plug into the academy and get what they need out of the academy, period. And make sure that if I need to plug in with them again, I will. Hence, we have a VIP group to communicate in. So you're going to deal with your 80% of customers in a group setting. Let me say this again. You are going to deal with 80% of your customers in a group setting. Meaning, if you give one person information, you should be expanding that information to all your people if you're focusing on your customers, okay? That's 20% of your work. So 20% of your work, okay, will be maintaining your customer base, right? Making sure they're in the system in a group type setting, and that's it. 80-20. Now let's talk about building. 80% of your time, as far as you, should be focused on getting personals until you have an actual organization. I'm a chairman 25 right now, okay, and I'm shifting my time a little bit more towards personal momentum. Yeah, I was somewhat focused on the team, right? Focus on, and when I do focus, I focus primarily on the leaders that are building, right? Focus on those leaders, okay? But most of that is going to be primarily focused on me getting personals. Why? Because I probably haven't found the Chairman 100 yet, the Chairman 500 of our organization yet. Who knows? We're going to continually prospect until we find that person who just has the it, who's just going to do it, who wants to go build the company, okay? That's what that is, the 80-20. This is how you're going to prioritize your time. You know, I was talking to someone today, and they were saying we all start this way. We baby our customers. Okay, we baby those who get in the system because we think that they don't know how to go find things. I'm gonna tell you, you don't have to do that. They know how to find things. We have a great system in place. If you don't know about the Legacy Worldwide app, let me just tell you how simple it is. I had someone who's not even in my organization, you know, give me a testimony today because he asked, could we use your system? I said, sure, it's just an app. And so he said, man, I got my person started, and this is, you've heard me say this over and over again. I got my person started, and I had to hit them up to make sure they were still good. He says, man, when I hit them up, they were already, not only did they get started and they were already in the academy, they had already started their demo account and was already in profit in their demo account. Listen, folks, the system is powerful. You don't got to baby people. You don't got to do special Zooms. You know, a lot of us, we're trying to become the product, and you're becoming a master trader, and you're trying to make 100,000 residually. It ain't going to happen, right? Trust me. Why do I know that? I did it. Okay, I'm just telling you all the pitfalls. Because we baby our customer, we feel that we need to give them extra stuff for them to stay in. And that's not the truth. Why do I know that? Because I'm watching massive momentum happen in our company with folks who just, they're plugging them in, going through the numbers, plugging them in, going through the numbers. That's what it is. Attrition is attrition. It's going to happen. The right person is the right person. Okay, so we're no longer, I will tell you, no longer baby your customers. Okay, put your customers in the system. Hey, so here's what my process looked like. And some of you guys who I started can attest to this. You know, I'm going to send you an enrollment link with steps. You're going to tell me I'm in, okay? Once you tell me I'm in, I'll say, hey, download the Legacy Worldwide app, and I want you to go through steps 4. I used to say 4 through 8, it's 4 through 9. Go through steps 4 through 9. If you have any problems after 9, let's talk some more. If you don't have any problems, just let me know that everything's okay and that you plug into the academy. You know what happens? I rarely get anyone that hits me back. They're like, I'm in. I'm already going through the 100, 200 series. And I'm getting ready for the go live session. And I'm going to make sure that I have a platform now. We're going to push to number 10. Number 10, I'm going to show them how to go through go live and probably recommend some traders. So now you are not, as a builder, you're not focused on your customers getting started. They're already started on their own. Boom. They have a system, and maybe, right, they may see how simple it is and they decide, you know what? I can build this business too. And now you have a customer who decides to pop up and become an IBO because the system is so simple. Okay, so that's that part. So 80-20 rule. So right now, as a brand new person, you're building your organization. Here's what your time should look like. Okay, if you don't have a team at all, 100% of your time is going to be going towards personals. Okay, now if you're trading, we can put the trading in perspective. 80% of it is going to be prospecting. 20% is going to be focused on the academy. Okay, because that's, the academy is already there. There's nothing special you have to do. You watch a couple videos, it's done. All right, get your trading. You don't have to look at trading all day long. 80% of your time should be prospecting. 20% of your time in the academy, learning information, of course, doing some personal development type stuff, you know, some of the mentorship stuff that we talked about. Okay, and then as you start growing your team, I'll say when you get past Platinum 1000, okay, 80% of your time, personals until you get to 100. Okay, nothing about my team is not growing. 80% of your time is getting personals in the system till you hit 100. 20% of your time is explaining to your reps, hey, I'm showing you that I'm doing what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, 20% of your time is showing them how to do it. Okay, what system you're using, what to plug into, and that's it. And then you run alongside with them, right? You're doing the same thing. We're all in phase 1, right? I'm in phase 1 right now. I'm running right alongside with you, if not running past you. And that's your goal, is to do that all day long. So we're going to talk about the prospecting here and how to go chairman, folks. For those who are brand new, let's just talk about the numbers real quick, okay? To go chairman 10, best compensation plan in the world, hands down, right? No favors needed, no additional bonuses needed. We have the best comp plan. Every company wants to be us right now. Every company, trust me, we have people that are trying to mimic our company right now, but we are already years ahead of them. Okay, and so to become a chairman in this company only requires 500 customers. Listen, at 500 customers, the company pays you $12,000 a month. That's going to be the number. You're going to get paid $12,000 a month residual income at Chairman 10 just for 500 customers. So what I'm telling you, if you put in 100 customers, okay, it's likely that your 100 customers are going to turn to 500 if you really want to hit Chairman. That's how we did it in 60 days. You're going to put in just intensified focus on getting personals, helping them to get started. You're already helping them to duplicate. There's nothing extra you have to do except ask them, hey, do you want to build and create a team alongside learning how to trade, or do you just want to trade? They say, I just want to trade. Boom. They're a part of your 20% time. They go into your group setting. You make sure they're plugged into the product. And then you make sure you post things daily about what's happening inside of our products in our market, and you make sure they're plugged in. That's it. And then you go back to your 80%. Let's go look for the next person who's going to go Chairman. Okay? And boom, that's it. That's the number. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, so 500 to go Chairman, right? 225 to go Platinum 5,000. All right, so I've already had this conversation. We talked about, I'm not going to talk about building, but you guys seen before where we have 3 lines, okay? And if we build straight down in those lines, so if you're putting in personals, okay, you're building a line straight down to get people started, okay? And here's what I'm going to share with you guys real quick. So you go straight down when you get people started. So last person I just put in, right? So here's the most powerful thing that you can do. You see how we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in this holding tank. What I like to do when I have 6 people in the holding tank is you got a sense of urgency. Okay, you call like Emmanuel. I don't know if Emmanuel was on here, but Emmanuel was my last sign up. You know what I did, Emmanuel? I called Emmanuel up and I said, Emmanuel, because Emmanuel was going to get back restarted basically. I said, Emmanuel, check this out. I want you to just restart, and what I'm going to do is put 4 people below you. Emmanuel said, done. I'm in. He signed up. And then you know what's going to happen now? I'm going to call someone else on my list, and I'm going to say, hey, John, or whoever I'm going to call. I'm going to go through my list, and I'm going to say, hey, I got 5 people. Okay, I know that you were interested in building. Got 5 people that I can place below your team right now. Maybe you might not even understand it right now, but if you're ready to get started right now, I'm going to put those 5 people in your organization. Boom, you get 6. Okay, now you got 6. Guess what you do? You call another person. You say, hey, listen. Now, you don't have to offer this right off. You can do your prospecting first, but if you got folks that have been just on the line, you call them up and say, listen, I got 6 people in the holding tank right now. If you get started today, those 6 people are going to be on your team. And boom, you get them started. And you keep on doing it that way. And you get people started. This is a sense of urgency. The greatest part about this is you have 10 days to do this. And if you do it the right way, over the 10-day period, you can put in 20 customers or 30 customers just doing this. And you can show them the pictures like, look, here's my holding tank. When you go in right now, all of these people are going to go in your team. Okay? This is when you start getting your personals. Now you might say, well, Randy, I don't got personals right now. How do I even get the personals? Okay? So let's talk about how to get the personals. Okay, so now let's bring up Facebook. So there are several ways, folks, for you to prospect. First, we always talk about if you're brand new and you just haven't went through your network yet, you're going to make some calls. You're going to get some excitement in there. You can do an invite to one of the presentations that we have. We do daily presentations every single day. Okay. So every single day we do presentations. So you plug someone into the 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, or you plug someone into the 8 p.m. We just had a blitz with our top female earners in our company today, folks, and they absolutely crushed it. So anytime you see those going on, and this includes, it's not just a women-only event. Guys, I hope that you're sending people to go see those presentations too. I will tell you, I'm just be honest, some of the best presenters in our company are the women in our company, folks, that crush the game, and they put out every expectation very clearly. So don't miss those opportunities during our networking events like that, especially our Blitz. Okay, we're gonna have some presentations that are gonna be done tomorrow. All right, so plug your people in that. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you Facebook. So the standard prospecting, obviously, go through your regular list in your phone if you haven't contacted all your people, and launch. Let them know what you're about to do. Hey, if you got 5,000 people on your Facebook, you go through your personal friends and say, listen, I wanted to call you before I started this run. I'm going to put in a lot of people in this business, and I want to make sure I put you in first. Okay. So those are the calls you're going to make first to your good friends, your best friends. And you need to call with conviction, like you're really going to do it. And I hope that you really are going to do it. In my last company, that's what I did starting off. A lot of my good friends that I knew, they got started because I showed them, or I cast a belief of what I was going to do. And I believe that. And we did it. Okay. Same thing applies here. You're going to cast a belief of what you're going to do. Guess what? I'm on a Chairman 100 run right now. Okay. Period. It's going to happen. Not even a question. Right? If I got to go put in 5,000 myself, 5,000 people go in the system. If I got to go through people on Facebook, I'm doing it regardless. Okay. And when you let people know that regardless whether you sign up or not, it's happening, they want to follow that. That's strength. They know that you have certainty that you're going to do it. Okay. So definitely have the belief in yourself. Don't fumble. No, you're going to do it. Okay. So let me just show you now. Let's get to prospecting. A lot of you might have maxed out friends. You might not have. If you have maxed out friends, I'll tell you one of the things that I do here. Okay. So let me find this. I've been doing this on my phone. Let me find. I've been working. I might have to plug my phone. I've been working through my phone. Oh no, there we go. Messenger. No, it's not going to be Messenger, but let me show you. I have a couple. I'll just show you a couple things that I've been doing as far as. So as soon as they friend request me, this is a guy. Let me see what he said here. So he didn't. There was no connection, so I wanted to know who he was. I see that he's in Legacy Worldwide. So you just ask him, how are you? Okay, but I'm gonna show you some that. Let's go back down. And sometimes they may be for depending on who's following, they may be IM people. Okay. Let me go back all the way. I've been going. So I'm going back to everybody. We're just gonna click on them. So this is a message that I'll send out. I don't know who they are. If I see this, then I can see that they're an IM based off this computer here. So I'll ask them this, why they sent a friend request, and then let them speak from there. Who's this right here? Let's see. Jamie Harris. Perfect. Here's what we got. So let's talk about this one. Okay, so Friday. Hey, Jamie, how are you? Apologies. I'm just now getting around to my friend request. Boom. Okay. Hey, what's up? No problem. I just sent a request during WB days. And I think his request was super old. Okay. But I went back. I put this. It started conversation automatically. All right. And for most of you know that I was in WV, right? So I'm asking questions. Now, depending on what you do, okay, I'm very direct because people knew that I was a top earner in another company. And then boom, what do we get? He didn't just reach out to me, right? But he's always been interested. You see this? And here we are. So he's now in my funnel. So I'm going to follow up with him. Okay. And this all day long. This is what we're doing. Oh man, I got to call some people back. Okay. What's the next one? Okay, that's someone else. He was already in. He got signed up by someone else. And then of course you're gonna get your rejection. Okay, let's walk through this one. Hey Daryl, how are you? How you, bro? Just now going through all my friend requests. How have you been? Are you still a part of WV? Because I looked through his profile and see he was with WV. Okay. Boom. Okay. No, sir, all due respect. And then that was it. Okay. And then that's how we left the conversation. So guess what? He's open. Guess what? He's still just in the funnel. Maybe he might reach out later, maybe not. Done. Who else we have? Muhammad, no response yet. They were in already. And this all day long, folks, they were in already. You guys just seen Samson, he just signed up. Okay, we just enrolled him. Sometimes I'll ask, depending on if I don't see any friends, I'll ask if they're an IM. Okay. We just enrolled Emmanuel. Another one that'll be probably in. Same thing. You see what I just got you talking about here? Okay. And you're just going to go through the numbers. That's it. That's prospecting. And so I do that on Facebook and do Instagram. Instagram is going to be more. So let me go back to that sharing. So how do I do that? Let me show you exactly what I'm doing when I do that. So you'll have these friend requests. Okay. Well, some, if you have this, some you may not. You might have to just go directly through and just send messages, okay, with your friends. So here, literally, I have probably over thousands of friend requests. And so now I really am going through them. Some of my friend requests are well over 33 weeks old. And I just go one by one. You see that? So I go one by one, literally, okay? Then I have my pad here as I go through them. Okay, I put whether either I talk to them through Facebook or through my phone or through Instagram. Okay, and I'll put next to it, if they enrolled, I'll put enrolled. Okay, and I'll put whether I followed up with them. And all day long, just going through the numbers, folks. This is it. Okay, so outside of just inviting people, attractive marketing. Okay, because some people will just hit you up. I'm going through all the friend requests. And guess what? People are not requesting be your friend for nothing. They've seen something interesting about your profile. So it's up to you to investigate what's interesting about my profile that attracted them. Is it the leadership? Is it my family? Is it my business? What is it that makes them want to follow me? Okay? And so it's just simple just to open up that conversation. They'll tell you exactly why they're following you as soon as you say something to them. Okay? They'll say, hey, I've been following you for this long. Or, man, I've been watching what you've been doing. Or I knew you from this company here. Whatever that is, it just opens it up for you to prospect and then find out what their needs are. Some of them, no. Like the last guy, he didn't want to join the business. He said, no, I'm done with MLM. Cool, no big deal. Don't take it personal, right? Make sure you end the conversation on a good note. You know, say, hey, thank you for taking a look, or thank you for listening, or whatever the case may be, and then move on, all right? So imagine being able to do that minimum. You know, I set a goal of minimally doing this 10 times a day. Okay, when I'm feeling froggy, like tonight, after we get off here, I'm gonna keep on going. My goal is to reach 50. Go through 50 of these tonight. Okay, and then I want to eventually pump it up to going through 100 of these. Okay, going through 100 of these every single night. And so you can imagine the momentum that's going to be created in your company, in your organization, if you're doing this, if you're prospecting. So there are people that are waiting for you to contact them. You making a post on your page alone is not enough. Okay, people are not just going to pick up the phone and call you. People are not just some, right? You can make a post like, don't be afraid to hit me up, but you're going to have to create that. You're going to have to go after them. Okay, me and my wife, we made a commitment that we are going to actively prospect, not just wait for prospects. That's the difference. The difference between someone who wants to go chairman is they're not waiting for prospects. They are actively prospecting. And so this is your time. If you really want to go chairman this year, okay, in the next 3 months by September 1st, you can hit, everyone on this call right now can hit Chairman 10 by September, but you have to be aggressive. You have to get into these inboxes. You know, you got to get on Instagram and just be straightforward. How are you making money right now? What are you doing? What's your job? We have something called Form, okay? This is something for our brand new folks. I want you to write this down, FORM. When you're prospecting online, you can keep this in mind to create conversation. Form, F, you're going to talk about family. So just the normal thing is, hey, how are you doing? So if it's a friend request on Instagram, say, hey, thanks for the friend request, first of all, so you compliment them. Hey, thanks for the friend request. How are you? Okay. And then you might start some conversation. And then the first thing you're targeting, you can probably get this information from their profile. So let's say I'm looking at someone's Facebook profile or Instagram profile. First thing I'm gonna look at for me, right? Because I was in another company, I'm gonna see if they were in my previous company. Okay. And then I'm gonna see if they're still actively promoting or marketing it. That's gonna give me a lot of clue of what's happening for them. If I see that they're not actively marketing it, then I know there's some issues happening, and I'm probably gonna state a little bit. I'm gonna ask them, are you still doing this? And then we're like, no, and they're gonna tell me the reason they're not doing it. And then I'm gonna look for a way to insert, okay, cool. I don't know if you followed what I've been doing or what me and Wanda have been doing, but we've really started something big. And if you're open, I'll say, are you open? If you're open to something new, I'd like to share it with you. They'll tell you, yeah, I'm open. Cool. Send my video off. And then we're gonna talk to them. If they like it, great, they're gonna get signed up. Okay? So you're gonna use form. Okay, so F, you're gonna get family in there. So if you can't find family on their profile, you're looking through their Instagram pictures. You're seeing if they're married. You're seeing if they have kids, right? You see if they're enjoying life right now. So family, okay? Then occupation. You're gonna look through their profile, see what they do occupationally. If they're already entrepreneurs, if they have an entrepreneur mindset, if they do real estate, if they do Airbnb, if they just work a regular 9 to 5, you're gonna look for that stuff. You can't find, you're gonna ask about it, okay? So if you see it on their profile, you can say, hey, oh, I see that you are a security guard, or I see that you are blah, 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 or I see that you blah, blah. How do you like it? Okay, because you're looking for them you're creating conversation, okay? So they're gonna tell you whether they like their job or not, I promise you. They're gonna say, oh, I love my job, or you're gonna say, oh, it's cool, but I wish I could be doing something different, okay? So now you understand you have an in. Okay, great. Don't snap at them yet. You're still collecting information. You're investigating. All right, cool. Occupation, hates the job. Next thing, recreation, okay? So you can look on their page. Once again, if you don't see that they're having fun in life, you don't see them traveling, you don't see them hanging out with their family all the time, you always see them, maybe they're always at work. Man, looks like you're a very hard worker. Seems like you're at work all the time. Okay, say something like that. And then the M is message. So F, family, O, occupation, R, recreation, M, message. Okay, you're gonna get your message is gonna be cool. You're gonna get them to say, are they open to opportunity? Okay. Hey, I don't know if you know what I do. I know we've been friends for a while here on Facebook or Instagram. Okay, but if you're open to additional streams of income, I would like to show you something. Or are you open to additional streams of income? Yes. All right, cool. Do you got 20 minutes? Or can I send you some and you watch it and then we'll talk later? That's it. And you're just going to go prospect like that and just show. Guess what? Our system is already in place. Okay, when they watch number 2 on Legacy Worldwide or legacyworldwide.net, what does it say at the end? It says, hey, get back to the person that invited you on here. Let them know if you're an A, B, or C. So likely, when you hit them up again, you're going to say, hey, were you able to watch the video? Yes. Are you an A, B, or C? Now you're closing them. That's it. So yeah, maybe you might have to go through 1,000 people before you sign up 100. But if you go through 1,000 people and sign up 100, is it worth it? I think so. Because I'm going to tell you that's what's happening, folks. If you look at our back office right now, I want you to look for all of our IBOs, okay? I want you to go to your back office tonight, and I want you to go to Enrollment Leadership Board. And I want you to see what some of these amazing young men and women are doing in social media and doing recruiting-wise. You know, we have one of our she's a top female recruiter in our company right now. Some of you know her, Noelle Trimble, okay? An influencer. She's enrolled 1,031 people. And then I watched the entire group. It's not just her. Everyone does the same thing. They're all recruiting like crazy on Instagram, on social media, and back to back every single day, okay? And so for those who are really trying to build this, I need you to switch your mind. You know, turn it off from trading. Yes, we got it down. Yes, you can post some pictures here and there. But you're going to have to switch gears if you want to go chairman. You're going to have to get some of your people focused on building the organization, okay? Traders don't build your business. Customers don't build your business. Builders build your business, okay? And if you have the opportunity to have both mindsets, where you can be a builder and a trader at the same time, great. But if you don't and you want to build, focus on building and just understand how to utilize your product, okay? Understand how to plug people into your system. And as long as you know how to plug people into your system and the product and lead them in the right direction, you can create teams after teams after team. It's easy, okay? You don't have to know how to trade to build a team. Okay, I can't tell you how many people I keep on hearing saying that. Well, the reason I got out because, and I couldn't recruit anybody because I was just trying to get my trading account really good, so that has nothing to do with building. Folks, listen, we got the chairman 10, I didn't know how to trade. Got the chairman 10, 60 days, did not know how to trade. Was copy and pasting just like everybody else. So what was the difference? It was my posture. It was the way that I delivered the information, okay? It was my confidence. You know, the system that we did have at that time, it was a little bit of system, okay? But we had one and we plugged them in the best way we could. That was it. Now I believe that we have a perfected system. You don't have to do anything except lead them to Legacy Worldwide, plug them into our platform. That's it. And then move on to the next person. And you keep on doing that over and over again. You let them know how to do the same exact system. So what's left? The only thing that's left for you to do now is just really you're learning what your business is. You're learning what it means to hit your ranks. How do you get paid? Okay, so that comes from you. Hopefully you've already read the entire comp plan, which is only 5 pages. Okay, you read the comp plan. You know how you get paid. You know how to hit Platinum 5,000. You know what it takes to hit Chairman 10, 25, 50, 100. Okay, and if you don't know those numbers, let me give them to you real quick. Okay, to hit Chairman 10 is 500 customers. To hit Chairman 25, 25,000 a month. Listen, folks. You know, I get giddy every time I say the number because we put in 35,000. I left a company. When I left my previous company, we still had 14,000 people active in the system. You can say it this way. When I left my company, we were still at Chairman 250 numbers. Folks, we just got to do it again. Listen, 1,250 customers are dropping the bucket. But I will tell you, we all have to move in a different, we have to move to the same beat. Okay, so when you're seeing chairman after chairman after chairman after chairman after chairman popping in the organization, it's because they're all marching to the same beat. They all have the same goal in mind. They're all speaking in the same tune. They all have the same mission in mind. Okay, they're focused on building the organization. They're focused on the mission of the company. The mission of the company is to put in 1 million customers. Okay. That's the mission of the company. And to put in 1 million customers by 2020, we have to do this. We have to go out and we have to prospect people. We have to show people. We have to expose them. You know, we have an acronym that we've given you, right, called PEACE. Okay? PEACE, you can write it down. I'm just putting all these trainings all wrapped in one. PEACE, like a piece of something. Okay? P stands for peak interest. E stands for expose them. So E for expose. I expose them. Whether you expose them through the Legacy Worldwide app or whether you expose them through a live presentation. Okay? After that, C, I close them. Once you close them, okay, the next thing you're going to enroll them. And then once you enroll them, you're going to put them in your system. You're going to, hey, go through steps 4 through 9. Done. Next. How fast can you go with that system? How many people a day can you put in? Can you imagine 10 people in your organization walking to the same tune of the beat? Can you imagine 10 people who that would have done the same thing I did today? Today I prospected several people. I sponsored 3 or 4. I sponsored 3 new people today. Can you imagine if you had 10 people on your team sponsor 3 new people today? That'll be 30 customers on your team. And you just train that over and over and over again. We change the mindset. Okay, so what I want you to know, most people are listening to the wrong coaches, right? There's a difference in this company between being a trader and a leader. Being a good trader doesn't make you a leader. Okay, I'm gonna just say that. Just because you're a trader doesn't mean you're a leader. Say it again. Just because you trade and you have a skill to trade doesn't make you a leader. Okay? There's a skill that requires leadership. Okay? So the leadership is people are following what you're doing and they're growing. Okay? They're expanding their business footprint. They are gaining more knowledge in their career. Okay? So in this industry, we have to make sure that we understand the two. And that's what makes IM very difficult, because we have our trading perspective. Boom. And yeah, we want to baby our people. We want to make sure they're doing very, very good. But also we got to make sure that they understand they're adults too. And just like you took your trading seriously and your education seriously, you should make sure that they're going to do the same thing. Okay. And then that gives you more time to really focus on building your organization, going to chairman so that you can increase in your family and increase around the world. Okay. So I believe that, on here, there's some chairman on here. Okay. Maybe everybody on here is chairman. I would love to say that the 32 people on here are all going chairman. But in my head, I know theories, 80-20. Only 20% of the people that are on here right now are going to take the information and use it. That's the truth. So out of the 32 people that are on here, 20%, maybe 6 or 7 or 14 people, 12 people on here are going to become chairman, because they're going to apply the information that we're talking about right now. That's how the 80-20 rule works. So as you're building your business, here's what I want to give you as we come to the close. And here's what I want. We're going to do a Q&A session. Okay. And so maybe you might have a direct question you want to ask me. We'll do a Q&A. I want you to so number one, today, prioritize your time. Okay. So when we look at this 80-20 or 90-10, 80% of your time, 90% of your time right now should go on towards getting 100 personals. 10 to 20% of your time is helping the team that you have. Okay. Because that's all you need. If a system is already in place, you don't got to spend a lot of time in there. Right. At the same time, for those who want to go chairman, if you don't want to go chairman, you don't have to follow this. If you want to go chairman, I need you to stop focusing so much on trading. Now, I'm not saying don't trade, because I trade. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I trade and I build my account. Okay. What I mean is, if you're spending your entire day trading, I don't even know how you're building the business. Okay. So 80 to 90% of your time needs to be on, hey, increasing your network. The other 20% should be enough for you to trade and build your account still. Me personally, I swing trade. So I trade one currency right now, and I go in, I do my trade, I'll get my 100 pips out of the week. Most of you probably see, I like the way the EUR/AUD moves. By the way, I'm gonna just throw this out there. EUR/AUD moves. It doesn't move aggressively, but it moves 300 pips a day. I like the way that trade moves, so I trade it. So find that, and then sometimes you might have to trade on your own sometimes. Get your pips knocked out and then focus on building, okay? So 80% of your time getting to 100 persons, okay? Now when it comes to pouring into your team, 20% of your time should be pouring into your team. Now here's where you have to prioritize, okay? Remember, 80% of your organization only brings in 20% of the work. Your customers, we just call that customers. Most of the time, customers are not going to bring in. It may be by accident, or they happen to talk to someone. So that's where the 20% comes in at. They may bring in a customer here or there, but they're not focused on building the organization. So you're not going to spend 80% of your time focused on your customers, okay? You're going to spend 80% of time to 20% of your time focused on the people that are actually building your business. Okay, so you get so if you're sitting at Platinum 2000, Platinum 5000, it might only be 4 people in your organization that you're focused on. It might only be 5 people in your organization that you're focused on. Yes, the numbers are just that small. I will tell you, in my back office, there's only 119 IBOs. Out of our 1,200 and some people, there's only 119 IBOs. Okay. So there goes the focus right there. And then we go even smaller into that for those who really want to go build. And we even go even tighter to see who really is doing this. And that's where you prioritize that time, and try not to spend most of your time on the phone. I love everyone. I like having conversations, but this is not a season to call my phone and just have a conversation casually. Okay. Because that's not, if I just have casual conversations all day long, then I'm not in my zone to make $100,000 a month. Listen, someone who's making $100,000 a month is not on the phone casually. They're on the phone with purpose. Okay, they're on the phone getting people started. They're on the phone mentoring someone who's trying to go chairman 10, chairman 25, chairman 50. Okay, so this is going to be a season that you got to put your head down and maybe apologize to some people like, hey, this is a season my head is down right now. I don't have time to be on the phone just kind of lollygagging. All right, unless you're doing the same thing I'm doing, this is what it is. All right, and you prioritize that way. Yeah, we only have 24 hours in a day, folks. I'm sleeping 6 of it, and the rest I'm working. 18 hours, we're on these calls. This is our season. Now, I'm grateful because Legacy Worldwide, for those who are Legacy Worldwide, man, ranks have been popping like crazy. I love it. You know, Platinum 2000 are popping. We got a new Platinum 2000 that we're trying to pop before this weekend is up. That I believe is going to happen. I have no doubt it's not going to happen. So we're going to have, I'm going to just say it, we're going to have a new Platinum 2000 that's going to pop before this weekend is up. Okay. We got some new Platinum 1000s that are coming. So if you're building your organization, what I want you to focus on right now, okay? If you're fortunate enough to have a team, I want you to go into your team and you need to figure out where are you going to spend your 20% of time with what leaders, okay? And you're going to lock arms. You might have to have a meeting with your team and say, hey, I need to know, are you really doing this? Are you really trying to go chairman? Okay. Well, here's the things that you need to know to go chairman. We're all going to put 100 personals in. Okay. Every single day, we're going to be accountable. How many people did you show today? Okay. Have a leadership group. We have a Legacy Worldwide leadership group. I'm going to actually clear out that group today when we get off this call. Right. I'm going to clear out all the old people. I know I said that many of times. Right. If people are not active in their ranks, they're no longer IBOs, I'm clearing them out. Okay. And then when they're ready to start, then we can get them back in there. It's time in this season for us to keep accountability to each other, okay? And to really elevate people to the next level. And to be elevated to the next level, we must keep people that are thriving in close proximity to us. If you're not thriving or you're not moving, then you're slowing down the rest of the pack. It's like a wolf pack, okay? And so don't be the person that slows down the wolf pack. Be the person that contributes to the pack. Right? That's our season we're in right now. And so I know that we're going to pop chairman after chairman after chairman after chairman. We're about to change this mindset, folks. And so if you're in the Legacy Worldwide Leadership Group, hey, here's what you're going to see from me. I'm going to keep myself accountable. I'm going to be posting. When I sign someone up, I'll say another one. Or I'll say I just signed one up. Or I'll post my back office and show you that I enrolled somebody else. But we're in phase one, folks. All of us. If you're going chairman, we all need to go phase one today, tonight. And if you're with me, let's get the prospecting on. Let's run. Let's make it happen. And I know that we're close to some new chairman 10s right now. Yes, it's reset. It's always reset. But this time we're resetting to phase one. Phase one says that at minimum every single day, we're going to prospect at least 10, if not 20 new prospects with the intention of actually showing them the information. Okay. And then we're going to follow up. And once you start this system, you have now people to follow up with. So as you're prospecting 10 today, those people, you'll see as your system starts popping out, as you're prospecting, by the end of the week, let's say you only show 10 per day. At the end of the week, that means you have shown 70 people. Okay. Out of the 70 people, someone should have popped up and probably said something to you. Okay. And then you're going to follow up with those 70 people. Okay. You're going to see what's being said. And then the next week, 10 a day. Guess what? In 2 weeks, at minimum, you should have shown or prospected 140 people. In a month, just showing 10 a day, you should at least prospected 280 to 300 brand new people. Can you imagine if 10 people on your team prospect, and that's 3,000 customers shown, or 3,000 customers prospected on your team, if you're really doing it? And if we were to get 1%, we got 30 new signups. 10%, we got 300 new signups. And then you just keep on going. Folks, that's what's required right now. And if you're willing to put in that work, I want to say, let's go. Let's run the chairman. And so that's all I have here, really, for my portion. What I want to do is take any questions that you guys may have, and then we'll end this call. We're right at 6 minutes to go to our 1 hour. All right, so Melissa, what's going on? You say, any advice for dealing with people on social media who want to date you instead of interest in the business? Oh, the lady problems, yes. Before they even, so yes, Melissa, hey, here, I don't want to be a woman, but here's what I tell my wife. I said, use that woman energy, okay? If these knuckleheads, they're trying to date you, well, then they think they need to earn it, first of all. So here's the deal. I don't date anybody that ain't doing my business, first of all. So for you to even be qualified, you need to hop in the system. That's it. And if they say I ain't got the money, that was easy. I don't date broke people. Done. Am I right? Am I wrong for that, ladies? Right. Okay. So it's simple. I love it because you get the, man, listen, ladies. This is like your first test. Right? If a dude don't got 235, they out of there. Boom, out of there. You can't even qualify to date me. Okay? So it's a good I think it's a good problem. They get in your inbox, they get in your DM. Okay, before we even continue this conversation, do you got $235? But I'm serious. Okay, out of there. Okay, hopefully I really answered that question. But I'm serious. That's the advice I would give. Um, yeah, ladies, listen. You women are, and this is true. Women are the best network marketers. I know sometimes we look at companies, and sometimes it's not portrayed like women are not the top networkers, but women are the top networkers. That's the truth. Um, Women dominate the network marketing industry. Okay. Um, and sometimes you don't see it, but it's there. Forex.com or bettermatch.com. So use that power, okay, to your advantage. And if they're serious, right, guess what? You mess around and get it. I've known people who married their ace, right? If he is the right dude for real, he trying to date you, and you do get him in the system, and you keep it as a business relationship starting off, and they got to earn, right? Even if you might not even be interested, I don't know, but first of all, they got to even show that first of all they got the quality, the man up quality to even date you. That's my opinion. The advice I would give my daughter, I got a 21-year-old daughter, just like I tell her, I have high standards. All right, first of all, there ain't no dude coming in this house that can't hold his own, right? I don't believe in no 50-50. And when I say I don't believe in 50-50, like we're in such an era today, and I apologize if some people don't like this. We're in this era today with men, I'm gonna just say it, where they want women to be like, it's 50-50, right? You got to bring in 50, I got to bring in 50, and that's just not how I was raised. If I got to put in 100, I'm going 100, okay? If it's the B, is up to me, money-wise, to provide. And I know there's so much of a different perspective in this age that we're in. And it's funny, it's not even about the age, because I see older people my age talk saying it, which is crazy, okay? But I will tell you, the leader you're looking for, they don't believe in that 50-50 crap. They're going to just do it. Okay? So I think you'll find your ace. Cool. Any other questions? Let's see. Can you re-show your initial contact script so you use for a friend request you received? How are you approaching people on IG? Okay, let's go to Facebook. And then IG. So I haven't started heavy on IG. IG has been more of my attractive marketing. I will show you my last sign up. I'll go to IG. I'll show you my last sign up on Instagram. It was a guy who reached out to me from Chicago. Did he go? Yeah, he went. He's on my other account. A guy that reached out from Chicago, and they all say the same thing. I've been following you for a while, and then they were like, "Hey, I'm ready to get started." So on my Instagram, I'll plug. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you guys my stories. On my Instagram, I'll have stories like straight to the point. Some are like one of them. The guy just signed up. He sponsored. He answered back info. I gotta repost this again. Where's it at? So what I said, if you would like to be coached and mentored to make 6 figures in this year, type info. And he typed info. And so I sent him, I said, great. I said, I want you to check out a video real quick, and then let's have a conversation after that. And I gave him my phone number. And so after that, he says, I'm an A. He said, I love it. I want to do it. And I signed him up. So Instagram it's been attractive marketing for me, but you can do the same thing. They actually have tools on Instagram that you can use that will do an auto response. Okay, so you can do an auto response where when someone requests to be your friend, you can say, hey, thanks for the friend request. How are you? Where are you from? What do you do? Or whatever that auto message is to initiate the conversation. Okay, so that's what you can do the same way on Instagram. But let me just show you some real live chats here. Then, of course, here's how you see so I have all these, let me see. You know, Facebook has 2 inboxes for you. So make sure you're going to go check these out too. See how all these things from, I didn't even see these. January. All right. I'm trying to show you. So here's some of my, I talk differently. So him, because he didn't have any friends, I just put, how are you? I was trying to see why he was hitting me up. Sometimes I'll ask him, how do we know each other? So when people friend request me, I'll say several things. You can say this, I'll say, um, hey, thank you for the friend request. Okay, so you thank him for requesting to be a friend. For me, I'm maxed out on friends. So I'll say, hey, currently I'm maxed out on all my friends. However, if I have a space that opens up, I'll be sure to add you. And then I'll say either, and it does depend if they're female. If they're female, I'll ask if they are a part of I am. Okay. So if they're female, I'll automatically ask because I want to know why they're requesting to be my friend. Most of the time, it's because they were already probably in my company, and I want to make sure that I'm keeping it professional, basically. So I'll ask directly. I said, "Are you a part of I am?" Because I'm just trying to see why did they request to be my friend? Or you can say, um, really, that's all that I ask ladies pretty much. Are you a part of I am? Now, as far as my regular message, I'll say, let me go through here. Let's see. Here's the exact message. Hey, Deanna, sorry for the late response. Just now going through all of the friend requests. When I get some room, I'll add you. Are you a part of I am? She says she is. So that's how I know. So that one was done right there, right? Okay. And then my next one, let's go. I'll just go down the line for everybody that I've shown. Manuel, we already put in. Ken is one of my boys. I just hit him up again. So Tanya. And so I seen that they were in Arkansas. So obviously, I know I have a team in Arkansas. So most time they're probably on our Arkansas team, but I still go through it just to make sure because I didn't have any. There was no friends that were connected through. Okay, so I put hello Tanya. Thank you for the friend request. Currently maxed out, but when I have some room, I'll add you. Are you a part of I Am or Legacy Worldwide? Okay, Irvin. Sorry for the late response. Currently, my friends are maxed out, but when I get some room, I'll add you. How do you know? How do we know each other? So that's what I put. How do we know each other? And so they'll let me know. And once again, we have a team in Akron, Ohio. So it may be that he's already in IM or he's looking at going into IM. Maybe he's talking to someone, but he'll probably answer that once he sees it. Okay. Um, Same thing. This is Kenya. It looks like they're already actually in the group, but they request to be my friend. So once again, so I'll figure it out. This is a friend. Same thing. Are you a part of I am? So I ask that question. So it's the same every time. So I just literally I go straight down the line. How do we know each other? Because okay, it looks like actually I didn't know we had mutual friends, but it looks like we do have mutual friends. But and then I'll look at how we have mutual friends. Sometimes the friends will be all over the place, so I'll figure out how do we know each other. Typically, they'll say it's from our previous company. Kylan ended up being he was in I am already. Okay, Samson we signed up today. Ashley's in Little Rock. She was already in. Muhammad, we don't have any friends in common. And I started to ask him how is he, and I'm trying to figure out how to why did he message me? I think we already went through Del Rice. Remember, this was the rejection, but that's okay. We went through that process there. So I ended up seeing that so I looked in this one, he was a part of my previous company and I knew it already. And so I addressed that. Are you still a part of WV? Chris Watson was already in, but I'll show you that one. Oh, that's Daryl. Hold on. Chris Watson, same thing. So we went here. Hey, Chris, how are you? Apology for the late response to your friend request. I'm just now going through all my requests now. I see you're down in Panama City area. So I used to live in Panama City, so that's why I stated that. Okay, I'm doing well. How about you? Yes, I live in the Gulf County area, and I got started with Forest with Dion Neal, and so he's already in IM. Okay, and literally just all the way, just going through the numbers. That's it. So looks now I'm just seeing this too. So it looks like he's probably already in IM. Actually, just seeing that. And that's it, folks. That's prospecting. Okay, you're going through the numbers. So hope that answers your question, KB. All right, awesome. Any other questions? All right, folks, this is our time. Let's go. If there's no more questions, you know how I love to end these calls on high energy. I'll be up for another couple hours going through these numbers here. Let's see. All It Takes is one of my favorites here, so let's go through All It Takes. Okay. Start that one over. It's one of my favorites. No problem, Sakina. Let's go. Chairman loading. Folks, that is our time. You guys have a great night. Be blessed, and I will see you guys in the morning. We're going to put out the schedule for tomorrow. We'll do about 3 presentations tomorrow. Let's go.